Hey soldiers, how are you doing today? So I wanted to make this video on Instagram, on social media, as I've been doing for a while now. I wanted to create an IGTV series, but I just thought that, it will make more sense if we do this on YouTube. So I have the liberty to speak my heart and not be mindful of social media timing and everything, the number of minutes they give you on IGTV and all that. I didn't want to be restricted. So I wanted to be able to talk because this topic is very deep, it's very sensitive, it's very controversial, especially amongst Christians. And what we're talking about today has to do with sex and a Christian marriage and being sexy for your husband as a Christian woman. And I know a lot of women have come for, some have come against, but this is how I see it. This is what I've gathered from the Bible, and this is what I want to share with you. So here goes. Okay, so there is in marriage, from what I have learned from my studies in the Bible, there are so many different aspects of marriage. But sex is one of the major components of marriage. Sex is like the physical expression of what marriage is supposed to be about. When the Bible in the book of Genesis talked about two becomes one, when it says two becomes one, a man, will leave his family, he will take his wife, he will cleave unto her and everything, and the two of them shall become one. The two of them becoming one is not just in spirit and in mind, it's also physically in the body, so I just wanted us to clear out some misconceptions about what we think sex is, especially in a Christian marriage. That it's not just the way people see it as Christians, that, oh, what is it? Is sex everything? No, sex is not everything, but it is a very, very important aspect of your marriage. It is a very important ingredient in your marriage. And if it is not there, if it is missing in your marriage, then there is a problem. There is no marriage that is going to successfully be a happy one when there is a lack of sex. Let us just be honest about that. Let us just clear that first. I've heard a lot of Christian wives who've even sent me messages and they've asked me questions. Is it food? Why does he want it all the time? Does he think that I'm a machine? I can't be giving him all the time. So I make excuses because it's too much. Is it food? It may not be food for you. But 80% of the men of today, not just of today, 80% of men generally, food and sex is their food. Normal edible food and the sex with their wives is food. You might not agree, you might not want it, you might not accept it, but it is the way it is the way it has been. For them, it is food. That is one thing that you have to understand. We cannot escape the fact that men are wired that way. Men are built that way. Men are conditioned that way. So yes, it is food. Another thing I want to say here is that the reason I am talking about this from the woman's perspective and talking to women is because our platform is for women. When women come to me and say, Stella, why do you always talk about it as if women were the problem? Women were this. Women are the only ones that should change. Let somebody else handle that platform. That's not my ministry. Let somebody else handle the platform of telling men what to do. I cannot tell men what to do. What was given to me as my ministry is talk to women from a woman's point of view. So let's stop asking, why are you always talking to women? That's what I know how to do. That's what I was given to do, okay? So that aside, let me make one thing clear as we move along, that sex is the only thing that differentiates your marriage from any other kind of relationship. That is the way it was created to be. That is the way God intended for it to be. That the only thing that will make marriage different, that will identify a union or a relationship as a marriage, is the fact that they are able to have sex. That is what it is supposed to be. That is why it is different from ordinary friendship. Whether it's friendship between man and woman or woman and woman, sex is not supposed to come into the equation. You're not supposed to be doing friends with benefits. That is what separates a marriage between a man and a woman, and friendship between a man and a woman. So boyfriend, girlfriend, they were not meant to have sex. That is for sure. The relationship between father and daughter, the relationship between brother and sister, the relationship between boss and staff, the relationship between different people. That difference is sex in the marriage. So there must be sex in the marriage. I've used the word so many times that I know that a lot of people will start getting uncomfortable because they are Christians and they are too holy to mention the word. But that is the reason why the world is facing problems. That's the reason why we're having a high rate of divorce these days. A lot of women crying that they're not enjoying their homes. They are worried, okay? Let us look at 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I like this part of the Bible so much. I keep referring to it when women come and say, oh, as a Christian, should we be doing this? As a Christian, should we be talking about it? And I'm like, I'm not the one that wrote it. It's right there in the Bible. So I just want us to do preamble, because this video, you have to be patient to watch it. You can watch half, stop, continue later, but watch this video, because this is it. And this was inspired by our movie Between, that has sparked off conversations all over the world, with women writing to me, sending me messages about the issues they are facing in their homes, in their marriages, in their relationships, and I felt the need to do this. So 1 Corinthians 7, chapter 3 to 5. Here goes. Please listen. Not be me right time. The husband should fulfill his wife's sexual needs. He should fulfill your sexual needs. And the wife should fulfill her husband's sexual needs. It didn't say do the ones that please you when it pleases you. No, it says you as a wife should fulfill his needs. If his needs are plenty and he likes it plenty, guess what? You are the only one that's allowed to fulfill those needs. The wife gives authority over her body to her husband, and the husband gives authority over his body to his wife. Do not deprive each other of sexual relations. Don't deprive each other of sex. Married women, Christian born-again women, please listen and listen again, so that you know that the Bible you are reading is the same Bible. Do not deprive each other of sexual relations unless you both agree to refrain when you are fasting, when you have prayer time, and you say, this period, let us agree we're not doing anything, because we're giving ourselves into prayer. Unless you both agree to refrain from sexual intimacy for a limited time, so you can give yourselves more completely to prayer. Afterwards, you should come together again, so that Satan won't be able to tempt you because of your lack of self-control. The Bible is telling you that you must, as a couple, satisfy each other's sexual needs. Your spouse does not have any business going outside to look for satisfaction. You should be able to satisfy your spouse sexually. If he wants it morning, give. If he wants it afternoon, give. And this misconception that people have that sex in a Christian marriage is supposed to be only for making babies, please just take out that mentality, because the Bible itself talks about pleasure. Sex itself is pleasure. It's a gift inside of a marriage. It's a gift that God has given us to enjoy inside of our marriage. So when you feel that sexual need, that need to be pleasured and everything, you have the liberty and free will to enjoy that in your marriage, with your spouse, with your husband. It is not a thing of, oh, we are holy. We can't be doing it though. We can't even do it on Sunday. We can't do it on Monday. We can't do it on midweek service day on Wednesday. I beg, it's too much. Is it food? Please. I'm reading Bible now. I'm singing hymns now. Oh, women Bible meeting. Oh, singles summit is coming up, and I have to lead them. Marriage, women's ministry is doing one this. And that time that you're telling your husband all of this, your husband needs you. But you feel that you are doing God's work. The first job that God gave you the day you said you will marry this person, the day you promised in front of the world and in front of God that you will be with this person through it all. That's the day you agreed to give your body to that person. Giving yourself to your husband is honoring God. You know why? Because God created the institution of marriage, and he created our bodies to respond to pleasure. He created our bodies to respond to sex. He knew the body he created. He knew who we were going to be, how we were going to be, how we were going to react to things. That's why he said, I will give you people the gift of marriage, so that that thing that's catching everybody's body, you are able to quench that thirst inside of your marriage. If you are not able to quench the thirst inside of your marriage, what do you expect will happen? How do you go about satisfying your husband's needs? That is when we talked about, when people were talking to me about the movie, that they saw that the woman was meant to wear something skimpy. Someone actually said to me, no, we shouldn't be talking about being sexy for our husbands. We should be talking about decent dressing. Excuse me, I don't know where you come from. There's nothing decent about sex. Let's be honest. And men are moved by visuals. Men are turned on by what they see. Okay? They are conditioned that way. Their minds are conditioned differently from ours. They are moved by visuals. So don't come and do Sister Mary Amaka or prophetess or deaconess this. No. That's not for the bedroom. That's not for your house. If there are no kids around, nobody around, and you know that your husband is turned on by visuals, you better wear that bikini. You better wear that lingerie. You better wear that Victoria's Secret lacy pant and bra. You better wear it and be walking around the house. You better do that. If that will make him look at you and want to be with you, that will make him get that satisfaction that he's looking for. You know that, my husband, I really want to make him feel special today. If that's what it would take to get him satisfied, do it. If it means changing your hair once in a while, don't do grandma. I get tired of saying this to women. Don't expect to look a certain way every day just because you're home, and then think that he would really long for you or desire you. No, he's seeing things on social media, he's seeing things on TV, he goes out every day, he sees different types of babes with different types of hair, makeup. You don't have to be masquerade to look nice. They at least put in the extra effort. Those girls out there that are looking for, that are hunting for these men, they study, they observe, they learn how to care for themselves. They smell good, they look good, they carry themselves in a very nice and sexy way. If they can flirt for men that don't belong to them, why can't you flirt with your husband? Why can't you be sexy for your husband? Why can't you really turn him on when you need to? Why are you waiting until something happens, until he goes out there, before you come and start complaining, oh, he's cheating on me? What does she have that I don't have? I'll tell you what she has. She has the brain to know that to get this man to respond to her, she has to, entice him visually, what he sees. Before he even gets to know her, he sees a woman that's nice, well put together, smells good and is attractive. He wants to just be with her before he even knows whether she can speak English or not. Before he knows whether she has a brain or not. He just wants to see, and when he sees, he's interested. Get your husband to be interested in you every day. If it means taking the extra time to learn how to take care of yourself, do it. Oil your body. Smell nice. Change your hair. Wear something nice. You are in the house, so don't look like a grandma. Don't smell of cooking oil. After cooking, go take a shower. When you wake up in the morning and you know that you're going to have a busy morning and you can't shower on time, please remove the hairnet. Haba. Style the hair. When you want to bath, cover it. After bathing, style it again. It's not by force. Look nice for the man. Let him see what he has. Let him see the wife that he has. Let him see the one that he loved, that he fell in love with, that he said, this is the one I want to marry. It is in your hands. The power to keep him in the house, the power to keep him looking for you all the time, it's in your hand. Are you willing to put in the work? It's not a walk in the park. That's why they say marriage is not for children. When you make a decision to get married, you better know what you're getting into. And if you're not ready for that, don't do it. Don't enter. Men love to be honored too. They want you to love them, because a lot of times Christian women, we sit down, we do holier than that, we carry Bible, we play Christian music up and down, which is good. I'm not saying it's not good, but sometimes, the man wants attention. So in between your prayer, in between your church service, in between your this, in between your listening to your pastor speaking all the time on his podcast or on YouTube, make that time for your hobby. Love him. Make his favorite hot cocoa or something. Or he likes to watch something. Watch it with him. Whether you enjoy it or not, learn up. Watch it with him, sit with him, hold him, rub his hand. As he's watching something, even if you are not watching, grab his feet, just give him a bowl of popcorn or something that you know he likes, he enjoys. Put it in front of him, massage his feet, rub on his leg, take care of him. This is the same thing that this yellow say out there would do. This is the same thing that the Dudu Osun babe, the beautiful black girl, that's the same thing she would do for him outside. When he sneaks around and goes to one hotel to meet this girl, what do you think they do? Most of the time, it's not just have entered, oh yeah, let's have sex. No, most of the time, these girls will sit down. How are you? How was your day? How's everything? They have learned that they will take care of him. They will. I've talked to a lot of them. Forget, some of them are in my DM. They will say, I've watched your film. Oh, it's hard to let go of this married man, but he's been taking care of me. But it's there. One day I will post one and I will remove the person's name, but I will show you an example of a lot of girls that have learned the art of taking care of your man the way that you have neglected to do. And then we'll come and start getting angry. He's doing this, he's cheating. Nobody's condoning the man cheating, or nobody's condoning it, but the truth of the matter is, we should not have a hand in pushing him out there. Let it be that whatever he's doing is totally his fault. If we're honest with ourselves, we think deep down, did we do anything? I'm getting to that. The Bible never told us to restrict the way we look for our husbands in our private bedrooms, in our private moments. There's no way. It didn't tell us to restrict the way we look, the way we flirt, the way we want to be sexy for him. It didn't say we can't play baby making music. And baby making music is not akantawa. Because you're a Christian, you must play Christian. No. Baby making music is not akantawa. You put on the music, you create the atmosphere, you make the room smell nice. You write him a nice note. You tell him something special. I'm waiting for you here. You do something different that you've not done before. You test different things until you find the one that works. You make him feel good. The moment he enters the house, you feed him, you massage him, you take care of him, you tell him sweet things, and you tell him, you know what, honey, I'm going to take a shower. Are you coming? Make him feel good. Love him. Honor him. It's not by force. A lot of people are watching this and say, I'm doing all of this. What's he doing? Do your own part first. Do your own part so that, God forbid, he decides to do anything outside, you know that you did your part. Let God handle him. But do your part. Because if you're not doing it, there are 1,000,001 women out there who are waiting and are willing to do it. So quit complaining and start putting the effort to honor your man. He's your husband. Honor him. If you don't honor him, who do you want to honor? If you don't love up on him, who do you want to love? That's why you're married. That's why you're married. Please look good. Look sexy. Don't do it in front of people. Oh, that one, I'm not advocating, oh, go and start stripping in front of people just because you want to honor your husband. No, that's disrespectful. I'm saying in the privacy of your bedroom or of your home, if there are no kids around, look sexy, baby. Look hot. Look good. Wear a see-through nightgown at night if you're alone in the bedroom and walk around. Dance for him if you can dance. Sit across from him and just look at him with the most beautiful, sexy look you can think of. Do whatever you can. Because it's not just for his pleasure. You should enjoy it too. If both of you are not enjoying it, then what's the point?